Hello and welcome, my name is Avela and today I am looking back at some of my old presentations about Star Wars. So obviously when I was in school, every time we had an assignment to make a presentation, I would somehow try to make it about Star Wars. And I was looking through some of my old school projects and files and I found 3 presentations that I had in junior high school, so from grades 7 to 9, so I was 13, 14 and 15 during these times. And at that point we were pretty much free to do our presentations about whatever we wanted, and yeah, they're all about Star Wars, obviously. I have not looked at these presentations pretty much since I made them, so I figured it would be a fun video idea to look through them together with you. I guess without further ado, let's just take a look at the first one. And this one I made when I was 13 and I was in 7th grade, and our assignment was to have a mini lesson about whatever we wanted. So what I chose to do a presentation about was Star Wars Battlefront 2015, I suppose. So let's just open it up and see. I'm pretty sure that these are all in Swedish, so I'm just going to translate as we go. Very nice transition here, Star Wars Battlefront. Yes, and this says generally about the game. It was released November 2015. Yes, okay. And there is an app for the game that's called Battlefront Companion. I remember that app, I used to play it all the time in school. Okay, let's go back. Very good. I just have one question. Why don't I say what kind of game it is? It's not really clear from this. I don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure I did have like notes and I said other stuff than what is written here. So maybe I said something about what kind of game it is and also mentioned that it's a Star Wars game. So then game modes, and I'm pretty sure at this point I probably like had a short description of what each of these game modes are. I hope I did that at least. I mean, these are not all the game modes, I suppose I just took some of them. Yeah, I mean I'm missing quite a bit. Yeah, okay, very nice. Heroes versus villains. Oh, I remember what this was. It was like, yes, I'm going to present to you now all the heroes and villains that you can play. And then I wanted the audience to like guess or say who these characters were. And I remember there was just one guy who knew these characters. I'm pretty sure he was the only one who answered DLC. And then there's just the DLCs and when they're coming out. Oh, it says like Outer Rim, Bespin, Death Star and then Hem League, which is secret. That's the Scarif DLC. I guess it wasn't known back then. I mean, makes sense. I mean, Rogue One wasn't out at this point. Then we have, yeah, very nice picture of the Outer Rim DLC here. And I suppose at this point we only had one DLC. Oh, I missed this game so much. It was so much fun. Fighter Squadron video. Okay. Oh, that's true. I had video also. Let's play it. Then we have some Fighter Squadron gameplay. Oops. I think the reason why I showed Fighter Squadron gameplay because I wasn't sure if it would be okay to show like gunplay and people dying, you know, and stuff, because I mean this is a K-16 game and I was, and all the classmates who were watching this presentation were 13. And this was the first footage I ever recorded in Battlefront, and I was literally just like, okay, I'm gonna play and just record and hope that something is usable. I think that was alright presentation. Obviously I don't know what I said other than what's like written down. Even went out of my way to make my own video about the game. So I would say a good job to 13-year-old me. But I suppose then let's take a look at the second presentation, and this is from 2016 or 17. I was 14 and this one again was sort of like, yeah, free topic, but this was in combination with another assignment where you had to make a fact book, sort of, and obviously my topic that I wanted to make a fact book about was Star Wars. I have not looked at that book or the presentation again in years, so I don't know what to expect. This was also in my Swedish class, so it's in Swedish, but I will translate what I need to translate. Fact book about Star Wars. Okay, this was made in December 2016. Oh, how many pages do I have? Oh. Yeah, the minimum was like 10 pages and mine seems to be 44 pages. No? Okay, it keeps going. 52 pages. If you haven't seen the Star Wars films and you don't want to get spoiled, then don't read this book. Thank you for the warning. And then we have like words that are good to know, like Sith and Jedi, Padawan, Order 66. I mean, it's sort of weird because, I mean, it's written in Swedish, but then there's a bunch of English words in there because they're like Star Wars words. Like here, it just said like, yeah, it's about the good and the evil, the light side and the dark side. Yep. And then there's like, what order should you watch the films when you watch them first time? Oh, I said that you should do the machete order, so 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and 6. And then we have just, I guess, like pretty much just going through everything that happens in each movie. And then there's some like information about the movies, but yeah, that's pretty much all of the movies. Everything that happens and who is in them. And then Rogue One and everything about Rogue One, yes, okay. Then we have some characters and vehicles. And then we have some species of Twi'lek, Zolstan, Rodian, and droids. Thanks for reading this book. I hope you liked it. For me, it was easy to make a fact book about a subject that I'm very interested in. I could have made the book double the length that it is. Yeah, pretty solid book, I would say. I remember I really liked making that book. It was a lot of fun to just get to write about something you love. Then we have the presentation. I don't know what to expect, but I suppose this is just about Star Wars in general. Starts with the iconic line. I even included music in my presentation. I mean, so far I'm impressed. What is Star Wars? A sort of a cool background. And the light side and the dark side in quotation marks, okay. The films. And then there's some questions. What is the chronological order and in what order did the films release and why? So I suppose I answered these questions in my presentation. Well-known characters from episodes 4 to 6. And I don't know if this time I had people guess who these were or if I just said them. Maybe I learned from the first time that that wasn't a good idea. I'm honestly pretty impressed by like how much like animation or like that kind of stuff I put into this presentation. And then known planets, Coruscant, Tatooine, Endor and Naboo. And I suppose again I probably elaborated a bit here like what these planets are and where they appeared and stuff. Oh, very nice transition there. Okay, then episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and then in Swedish, The Mörka Hotet. Then there's just the poster. Then Attack of the Clones, Klonerna anfaller. Then Revenge of the Sith, Mörkrets hämnd. Then A New Hope and Nytt Hopp. And the rebels have to destroy the Empire's super weapon, the Death Star. Yep. And then Empire Strikes Back, Imperiet slår tillbaka. Return of the Jedi, Jedins återkomst. Han Solo has to be rescued from Jabba the Hutt, who is on Tatooine. Okay. Oh, very impressive again. The new trilogy, Force Awakens 2015, and it's more like an introduction to the upcoming films. And then it says that episode 8 is released next year, and that's it. And then we have the standalone films, Rogue One, and it will premiere the 14th of December 2016. Oh wait, it says that it's about how the rebels got the Death Star plans, and it says that it's on the planet Scarif. I mean, it's not just on Scarif, it's just an end on Scarif, but I suppose that's the impression you had before watching the movie, or at least the impression I had before watching the movie. And that was the end. I probably like showed a trailer or something, I would assume, but I don't know. I think that 14-year-old me did a pretty good job, I would say. Definitely put effort into it, and you can definitely see that I did really like to do this project because, I mean, it was about Star Wars, and just looking at the word count of the fact book itself, I mean, yeah. But yeah, let's then take a look at the last presentation, which is actually in English this time because it was in English class. It was in 9th grade, so I was 15. It was my final English project, and it was to have a presentation about whatever you wanted. So the subject of my presentation was The Last Jedi that had just released. I'm pretty sure this was like in the beginning of 2018, and I have no idea what this presentation will include, and I don't know why I made it about The Last Jedi. Probably because it was a recent movie and I had some things to say about it. Let's just look. I'm very interested to see what this is about. Okay, yes, The Last Jedi. General information, yes. Then we have all the books. Plot summary, okay. Resistance evacuate attack, yes, to a nearby planet where they manage Maganda to hold off the order until they finally can escape with the Millennium Falcon. A lot of spelling mistakes here, clearly putting a lot of effort into this. Okay, ships and planets, yeah. Problems with the movie. Too much humor and destroying Luke's character. Destroying Luke's, like there is not a space between destroying and Luke's, and character is spelled wrong. Good job. Oh, that was it. There's no more text here. So I suppose I just went into these two questions more in detail without notes. I would be very interested to know what I actually said here. Then Canto Bite. Oh, I think at this point, when we get into these are also like problems with the movie, and I just like go into more detail. So Canto Bite, Leia, Akbar, and then Poe, and Holdo, and Rose, Luke, Rey, Phasma. Yeah, I suppose like that part was me going through all of the other things, the movie. And then episode 9, What We Know. But yeah, that was that. And I'm pretty sure that this presentation was supposed to be like a longer one. I think it was supposed to be between like 20 minutes and 30 minutes. So I guess I had a lot to say about these certain topics that I had here in the presentation. Yeah, I probably just had my notes on a paper, which is kind of sad because I would really like to know what I said. Like the visuals are pretty good in this presentation, I would say, but there's a lot of spelling mistakes and things that are pretty easy to spot, so I feel like I didn't put that much effort into this one. But yeah, those were my presentations about Star Wars from junior high school. Pretty much my life at that point was about Star Wars. Not that it's changed at all. But yes, thank you for watching. I really hope that this was at least somewhat entertaining. And if you want to see something sort of similar to this video, then I have something for you right here. And yeah, really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.